there, YouTube. My name's Yogi from Midwest Vapors. Thank you for joining us in another awesome episode. It's my co-worker, Roscoe.
Nice to meet you.
And today we're going to be doing the very special edition of Authentics versus Clones. So pretty much, I got an assortment of stuff here. I got the Tree of Life clone, the authentic Able mod with the carbon fiber sleeve, very slick. I got the authentic Mako Shorty, the clone Derringer RDA, and the authentic Camry K100. She is a beauty. So pretty much we're going to be going over the pros and cons of authentics and clones, what you're going to be getting, what you're not, all the good stuff, you know, and what's going on with all of that, how it helps you, how it helps the creators and stuff like that. So why don't we get it started?
All right. Well, I guess the first thing I gotta say is if you're walking into a vape shop and you're looking for a new mod, you need to know the difference between authentic and clone. And honestly, it's as simple as just taking the time and looking at each individual piece. You know, have them hand you the mod, take it apart, look at it. That's the number one giveaway to whether you're gonna figure out if it's a clone or an authentic. Normally, when you're going in there, you can tell. The packaging's different, or you know, you tear it apart on the RDA and there's red O-rings instead of black, or maybe it doesn't have a serial number. Dead giveaway. Serial number's the biggest giveaway right there. Anything on that, yo?
Yeah, definitely. As far as when you're going into a shop, make sure that your shop is reliable. Make sure that they're truthful. That's one of the biggest things. I've been into other vape shops where people have lied about their clones being authentics, and that is so wrong on so many different levels of not only the business, but screwing over your customer, making them pay the money for an authentic and finding out it's a clone. Shops out there, if you guys are doing that, please stop. You're just making it harder on the rest of us. Like anything, it's always that 1% that ruins it for everybody else, so let's not do that. Another thing about selling a clone as for an authentic would be to the creator. It's just disheartening to the creators of the authentic mod. You know, a lot of them put in a lot of time and a lot of effort to make their product happen. And for you to sell a clone and then it backfires on the customer, it just trickle downs and makes a huge impact on everybody, which you don't really want to get into.
The biggest thing here is we understand. A lot of us are ballers on budgets. And, you know, we vape to get by. We got a certain amount of money. And we realize that you guys, you know, you might not have $200 to throw at an authentic mod. We know that. But you have to realize, think of it from your side. You know, let's say you're big into vaping and you come out and you create an awesome mod. You know, you're proud of what you did. I see this mod. I'm going to take it to the store, have them replicate it. I'm going to sell it for a quarter of the price you did. Now I'm taking all your money. It hurts everybody all the way around. We understand some of it can get expensive. It's just not fair to anybody. It's really not.
And in no way are we going to knock down clones. By no means.
There are a lot of good clones.
Mm-hmm. So why don't we get down to what we have. We'll explain some of the differences, some of the pros and cons about what's going on. So let's give a shout out to the clones first. So we're going to be doing the clone Tree of Life. It's just a simple 18650, 18500, and 18352 style mod. Mech mod has a top pin. You know, as far as mods go, this is pretty much the basic standard of it. Has a nice little lock ring on the bottom. With it being a clone, I haven't personally tried an authentic Tree of Life mod, but I have tried a clone Nemesis and I've tried an authentic Nemesis. When you look at it from the eye's view, from this point, there's really no difference unless you look at the serial and it says like serial number 7000 something. That's the only giveaway. Other than that, there's very slight differences. So be careful when you do go out there. I don't know if you guys can hear a lot of these stuff or not, but when you're really close up to it, one of the biggest things about clones is they're not the most perfectly machined items out there. When I spin this, you could actually hear the lock rings start scratching against each other. When I take off the bottom ring, you could hear the metal scratching against each other. And that's just nitpicky, very sentimental ideas. But as far as a clone goes, buying an authentic and buying a clone would honestly be the difference between you buying Jordans and you buying some Skechers knockoff. That's pretty much the difference. They're both shoes. They both get you to where you need to go. But a lot of it has to do with the name on the authentic and pretty much what the value is really worth and the amount of reputability it has behind it.
I mean, I guess if you're a car person too, look at it like this: a Rolls Royce takes 6 months to buy, or 6 months to build. Toyota takes 13 hours. What's better, the Rolls Royce or the Toyota? I guess that's debatable too, but
Depending on who you're talking
right.
Yeah.
I like my Supras.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, definitely that's pretty much one of the biggest things about clones is the quality that is behind them. But you see, that's very hard to say because I've hit clones that hit harder or if just as good as authentics. You see, that's where we get into a giant debate. Whether is it worth spending the extra $150 to, the excessive $200 on a authentic for a name brand? Is it worth it? And honestly, that all depends on you. Because for me, I started off with clones. I know I did. I had the M16 clone, the Sentinel, and then I've also had a Nemesis clone, like I said.
The countless FU Hattons that come through.
Yeah, the countless FU Hattons. No kidding, man. But definitely, it's very debatable. As far as myself, to be honest, if you're starting to look into get into the vape game, I would recommend going with the clone. It's almost like buying a beater car. Just get something reliable, something nice that you can mess around with, that is safe.
You drop it, you're not going to lose sleep.
Definitely. Like, one of my favorite, I guess, authentics, and for the price, would be the Wotofo Phantom. Shout out to Peter. Peter from Wotofo, you're an awesome person, man. It was nice meeting you. But definitely, the Wotofo Phantom, they've done an excellent job. They did a very nice price point on it. I think most go for around 40 to 60 bucks online, and they are authentics. They're very nice. They come with 2 different top caps, two different springs. Overall, a nice, solid built mod without breaking the bank. So everybody out there who's saying that authentics are super expensive and it's gonna break the bank, no. Do your research. Find something that's a little lower on the scale that will break your budget, and you could still find nice, authentic mods out there for the price. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, and back on that too, I've got a Phantom myself personally, and I'll tell you what, I've got another mod back in my booth that I spent $150 on this authentic mod, right? 2 weeks later, I spent $50 on that Phantom, and that Phantom for $50 hits 3 times harder than my $150 authentic. Do your research. I mean, you can win at everything. You just do your research. It's simple. Test the waters.
And then I guess we'll start moving on to the authentic mod itself. This is the Avid Life Able mod. Like I said, it's very nitpicky stuff, but as far as these go, you can just feel how much smoother the machining is. Definitely, well, this one's a hybrid, so I can't really compare it to this as far as voltage drop goes. But this one is definitely, I guess, a harder hitting mod, quote unquote. The lock ring is also super buttery smooth. This magnet is just a lot smoother, a lot stronger on it. And just overall, you can feel the craftsmanship behind the authentic mod. So when you are looking to get an authentic mod, do your research. Make sure the mod that you are getting is reliable and that it comes from a very, very dependable company. And like I said, just to prove to you guys that authentics are not always better than clones, I have the authentic Camry K100. Hey, technically, this is an authentic. technically an authentic. Would I ever get one of these? Just leave it at that. It is an authentic mod, but I mean, it's very cheaply designed. Very, it's very barbaric now. I mean, I haven't seen these in the market for a while. They were nice when they first came out, but I think we've really evolved from these guys. I don't know why they stuck around, to be honest.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the reason I'm going to say they stuck around is because here at Midwest, we sell them for $25. You can get an authentic K100 for $25. Now, you know, Joe walking in here doesn't know anything about vaping, wants to jump into a mech mod, doesn't ask us any questions, just buys what he wants, he's probably going to go with the K100. It's cheap, it's easy to use it. You can adjust it, put different battery sizes, but how many bleeping threads do you need on one mod? I mean, really.
It just days.
I don't even know.
So you see, guys, when hey man, don't be dropping our product. We gotta put this back on the shelf.
You can feel the love.
But definitely. So that's pretty much with mods. Be careful on your authentics and your clones. Do your research. Get out there. Make sure that the company's reliable. I can't keep reiterating myself on that. But just do your research. Like I said, some clones are better than authentics. Even when it comes to the higher end mods, some clones will hit harder than the authentics, and I'll tell you that straight out. And that just comes with experience and with using the mod itself. So that's all we got to say about mods. Let's move on to the RDAs. Now this is where it gets super nitpicky. I got two different style RDAs, but they're both very similar as far as build wise goes. They're both shorty styles, very small. A lot of people are going off of this now. I don't know, mods are getting smaller again for some reason. But the Derringer RDA, you can find these anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks online. They're really nice. They're short. They have a pretty decent build on it as far as the deck goes. Really small post holes, but the deck is really nice for you low pro style vapors. When we start getting into these two, the price difference is almost double. You're looking at this one, which costs anywhere from 10 to 20, and then you're looking at the Mako Shorty, which goes anywhere from 45 to 60. Now, is it worth it to go with an authentic RDA? To me, an authentic RDA will always be better than a clone RDA. That's just me.
Always.
Because when you get a clone RDA, yeah, they say it's pretty much the same. That's why it's called a clone. They say it's pretty much the same as an authentic, but that quality will never be there for me. Now, there are people out there who will fight me and tell me that, yeah, some clones do perform as good as the authentics. 95% of the time, they really don't. Not only that, but one of the biggest things I have with RDAs is the makers themselves. These guys go out of their way to create a great product. And for other people to just clone it and throw it out there into the market to make pennies on the dollar, that sort of, distresses me a lot.
I guess the biggest thing I can say about it is, so going back to mods, right? Authentic, let's say I have the exact same thing, but it's clone, okay? The machining is going to be different, but it's still going to work. You can put any build on there and you can fire the smec mod. The mod is going to fire whatever you throw on it. Now you get to authentic and clone RDAs, okay? Yeah, big price difference, but you skimp out and you spend a little bit of money, a lot less money on the smaller clone RDA. That smaller clone RDA is going to come with a cheap insulator, cheap O-rings. You're going to be fighting that the whole time you have it. I can take a clone RDA, throw my normal build on it, and within a week you'll burn that insulator out. You've scraped up and ripped the O-rings off. If I'd put that same build on the authentic, it's going to last months, years. You're not going to, there's not there is, but there's not too much of a difference in mods for authentic and clone. But when it comes to RDAs, there's, a world of difference. The difference between a 10-cent insulator and a 20, 30-cent insulator is months of you using that, you know? That's you
Definitely.
burn that out, you have to go buy another one and buy another one and buy another one. Spend the money, get the good RDA, and it'll last you forever. You know, don't go cheap on RDAs. That's you'll never get past it.
Slight quote on the forever. Slight quote on the forever part. But one of the biggest things I also do respect about Authentics is the quality service that you get behind it. Like the Mako Shorty is made by Beyond Vape. Shout out to Beyond Vape. Way, you're an awesome person, man. The thing about Authentics is they usually come with a warranty. And I do understand life happens. When I got the Mako War when they first came out, I went through, I think, 3 of them. Burnt out the center, the insulator on it, and they replaced it out no problem every single time, back to back. And that's what I want. If I were to get a clone from, let's say, Fast Tech, I know all of you guys heard of Fast Tech before, Slow Tech, whatever. I couldn't do that with them. If I were to burn out an insulator on a Fast Tech clone, it would take me weeks to contact China, probably another week for it to go through customs, a week for them to fix it, and then by that time, I wouldn't want to vape anymore. If it took that long. With these guys like Beyond Vape, who have their 1-year warranty, and then you got the mods like the Hexome, like Roscoe's using, they come with a limited lifetime warranty. Mine is actually coming back from them as we speak. So definitely that reliability, that ownership of them manning up and say, hey, we understand that life happens. If something does go wrong, we will help you out. That is one of the biggest things that I respect. And that is one of the biggest reasons why I will forever just keep going back to Authentics. Would I ever get a clone mod ever again in my life? In the situation that I'm in? Probably not. Just because I'm in a vape shop and I have the capability of getting Authentics. But if I was ever backed up to a wall and the only choice I had was to go with the clone, I wouldn't doubt it. I would just do my research before getting them.
I guess to back that up, yeah, I agree with you. If I was backed in the corner, yeah, I'd get a clone mod, but I will never get a clone RDA. Just personal
That's
thing.
fine.
Even this.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the big debate we got going on in the world with Authentics and clones. Let us know what you guys think about it. We're always up to take considerations. Like I said, this is Midwest Vapors. If you guys need any help, questions, comments, you guys just want to talk or whatever, you guys can hit us up. Our phone number is 563-845-0931. Thank you guys for joining us in another video, and we'll see you guys next time.